Please do not feed the Tyrannosaurus Rexes. Good evening, welcome to Newswatch, the 5 o'clock show. I'm Teresa Kashuba.
And I'm Francis Surwa.
What? Francis, what are you doing here?
Well, I've been with the 6 o'clock show for 3 weeks now, so I thought I'd try my hand with the 5 o'clock show.
Excellent. Okay, Francis is interning in the Checks Television newsroom. You've been covering, and hard news is really what kind of captures your attention, right?
It's what I've been learning about, so yeah.
Okay, where are you going to school right now?
I go to school at Syracuse University, so...
Shout out Syracuse,
Yeah.
But you're from Port Hope, so why did you decide on Syracuse University?
My advisor in high school said if you want to study broadcasting, you got to go to Syracuse, and it's one of the top programs, so I crossed my fingers and I got in, and so now I'm there.
So far, how's your experience been in the Checks newsroom?
Oh, it's been great. I've learned more in 3 weeks than I have in 2 semesters of college, so nothing on Syracuse, but getting out in the real world is actually, and doing hands-on stuff is way better than just sitting in a classroom.
What's the biggest difference you find that you think people who are watching from the other side of the screen just can't really capture unless they're working in a newsroom?
The glamour really fades away quickly. Getting up early and getting to the shoots and not knowing what you're going to do early in the morning, and then actually getting there and putting in the work and editing after, and all the work that you don't see that gets put into the news or the 6 o'clock show, and I'm sure the 5 o'clock show as well, really just gets ignored from the public of the show business. And
yeah, we do get great opportunities, but there's a lot of work behind it. Well, thanks for coming along at the Indian River Reptile Zoo. You've already met the black mamba.
Yes.
What do you think of it here so far?
It's great. I'm excited to see some dinosaurs hopefully today.
I know, yes, dinosaurs. That is the plan today. They are back, and we're going to track down the team from the Billings Production Company in the United States. They've brought all of these wonderful new elements to the dinosaurs exhibit here at the Indian River Reptile Zoo. And we'll talk with Kyle, also from the Indian River Reptile Zoo, and remind us about the plan to protect the saltwater crocodile.
Wonderful.
That's what it's all about. Also coming up on our program today,
Ooh.
deep from the wilds of Indian River. Actually, you know what? The head and the eye action is rather disturbing. It's a little mesmerizing. I'm a little worried for us, Kyle.
You don't have to worry too much. This is a plant eater.
Oh, good.
This is this is a Margosaurus, and it's a sauropod. A sauropod is a long-necked, four-legged dinosaur that grows relatively large. Now, for sauropods, a Margosaurus stayed relatively small. They're from the Middle Cretaceous, and
Okay.
what we notice here is this sail on the back of its neck. We don't exactly know what this was for, but scientists and paleontologists believe that a Margosaurus could have flushed blood into that sail to brighten those colors so that they could have used it as a signal to mates or scare away a predator.
Okay, and would this be life size? Would this be about the size that they would grow to be?
This is actually, yeah, very close to life size. He would have put on a little bit more length, but in terms of growth, as far as we could tell, this is approximate true to life.
How many dinosaurs are part of the exhibit this year?
We have a bigger, better exhibit than last year.
And several of them are new.
Actually, they're all new. The only ones that have, there's 2 special guests that have come back this year, but the 2 fan favorites.
Okay, good.
But people who will revisit Indian River Reptile Zoo this year will
See a whole bunch of new dinosaurs.
see a whole bunch of new dinosaurs.
Your guides were very successful last year.
Yes.
Going along with you, are you doing that again? Having people go along with the visits and talking about the reptiles or talking about the dinosaurs, I guess?
Tour guides, yes. Yeah, well, we always have people available to answer questions.
As was with last year, the first year the dinosaurs came, this is all part of a nonprofit project you're looking to do to help protect saltwater crocodiles. Tell us about how that's going.
Well, you're absolutely right. Indian River Reptile Zoo is a registered charity. And in fact, we're also the only accredited reptile facility in all of Canada. So when we were approached last year to help out a pair of saltwater crocodiles, we took the opportunity to provide better homes for them. We're making progress on the building. Dinosaurs Live is helping exponentially with that.
Awesome.
We're moving forward with it. We have designs in place, and I'm sure our visitors are happy to know this. It's really, truly an amazing project, and to bring dinosaurs back to life to save crocodiles is one of a kind.
That's cool. I could talk to you all day about dinosaurs, and one thing I've learned so far is dinosaurs are not so much related to reptiles, they are more related to...
Dinosaurs are dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs are dinosaurs.
And today their closest living relative, in fact, some paleontologists actually call birds modern-day dinosaurs.
Okay. The 5 o'clock show continues at the Indian River Reptile Zoo. Zoo. Next, we will track down one of the guys who is responsible for setting up this display, Billings Production Company out of Texas. That's coming up. This is also ahead on the 5 o'clock show.
Yeah.
The 5 o'clock show continues. As you can see by the display behind me still, we are still under construction at the Indian River Reptile Zoo with the Billings Production Company. But still, it's to get a scope of the size of these animals, it's really neat to be this kind of close to a pterodactyl.
Yeah, well, so first thing, there's no such thing as a pterodactyl.
Aren't they the flying dinosaurs?
Yeah, there are pteranodons.
Pteranodons.
Right.
A pterodactyl.
It's been disproven. So there's actually
Oh.
no creature called a pterodactyl. The animal that you see that most people think is a pterodactyl is a pteranodon. Now this is actually a Quetzalcoatlus.
This isn't even the mistaken pterodactyl.
Right.
A Quetzalcoatlus.
Quetzalcoatlus.
And what kind of wingspan would we be looking at on something like this?
There's actually two variations of this animal. One of them had a wingspan of 35 to 40 feet. So you're talking about, the size of an airplane. And when they were on the ground walking, as tall as a giraffe, 18, 20 feet high.
Whoa!
Massive, massive animal.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
This is Robbie Gilbert. You can tell, he knows a thing or two about dinosaurs. You are with the Billings Production Company. What's your job when you coordinate with an organization like Indian River?
Well, I'm the prehistoric display advisor. So, believe it or not, this is a legitimate job. I travel around the world.
It's okay, kids everywhere are going, yes!
Yeah,
I
so-
knew it!
Study up and come find me when you need a job.
Okay.
So yeah, I travel around the world visiting with zoos, museums, institutions that are looking to have temporary exhibits with prehistoric animals. And so while dinosaurs or flying reptiles like the Quetzalcoatlus, not a dinosaur.
Not a
dinosaur.
Okay, thanks for the clarification.
And then we can take the animals and we tie them into an overall message with the institution we're working with. Happens to be the saltwater crocodiles here at the Indian River Reptile Zoo. Great thing about these animals, the crocodiles have been around before, during, and now, right? Same time as the dinosaurs that lived, they actually have evidence that crocodiles and alligators ate dinosaurs.
Whoa.
Yeah, so you're talking about massive, massive animals,
From what I understand, of all the places you have been and where you have put these dinosaurs out for people to view, this Indian River Reptile Zoo location has been one of the favorites for Billings.
Yeah, absolutely. We love coming to Canada, right? And so this is the only institution in Canada that we have worked with. So it's a very special relationship that we built with them over, a couple of years.
Nice.
I've been friends with these guys now for 3 years, even though we've only been here 2. There's a lot of planning that goes into the exhibit. So
Wonderful.
yeah, it's awesome.
Thank you very much, Robbie. And enjoy the rest of your stay here. The Dinosaurs Live exhibit returns to the Indian River Reptile Zoo on June the 29th.
Yeah, come check it out.
Yeah, come check it out. Really big, non-dinosaur, non-pterodactyl, bird-like creatures awaiting you.
Yeah, it's a much bigger show this year.
You learn something new every time.
Yeah.
This is also ahead on the 5 o'clock show. The 5 o'clock show continues at the Indian River Reptile Zoo. We have Kyle O'Grady, assistant curator, and also Francis Sirois. Pretty good day so far on the 5 o'clock show. Excellent.
What Francis is standing next to is the femur of Tyrannosaurus rex, a model of a femur of Tyrannosaurus rex. You see, this year with Dinosaurs Return 2013, we've incorporated several interactive exhibits to get people that much more involved, that much more educated about what they're coming to see. It's really impressive.
For example,
In fact, I'm standing right now in a Tyrannosaurus rex footprint, and we're holding different props. You could see exactly how large this animal would have been if I put my 2 feet here together and kind of balance in the uneven tread.
any idea on what these would have weighed? How tall were they really, the T-Rex?
Tyrannosaurus rex was 13 feet tall at the hips.
At the hips?
At the hips.
Oh!
And its head would have gone up and above 18 to 20 feet and could definitely have stood up taller than that if it wanted to.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what do you have over here?
What I have here, this is a claw of a dinosaur called Therizinosaurus. It was a theropod from
Theropod,
Asia.
3.
Theropod, 3-toed, 2-legged. And this is kind of funny because the reactions that we invoke here, we can have adults come through Dinosaurs Live or Dinosaurs Return, and they ask all sorts of questions kids ask questions and they're on it. You know exactly what they're talking about. You answer their questions with theropod, you know.
And they know the
know.
terminology.
They know the terminology. It's
All right.
absolutely amazing.
We've got someone over here who's, let's take a look at this guy, who's asking for a lot of attention. This is, from what I understand, the newest creation from the Billings production company.
Yes, this is City Patty. City Patty was a feathered dinosaur from Mongolia. He's saying hello to the camera right now.
Yes.
Very, very bird-like. You see, dinosaurs evolved into what we know today as modern-day birds. And this is where it started. You see City Patty's proto-feathers here. These are very primitive feathers that kept the dinosaur warm and eventually turned into something that birds would use for flight.
Now it looks like he's got like teeth plus the claw-like.
Teeth plus a beak,
a
right?
Beak.
A beak, yeah. We've got an animal here that we're not exactly sure the diet is. We believe it was a carnivore at this point, but some paleontologists believe it also browsed its shoots just like an ostrich or an emu would today.
Awesome. Well, good luck with the dinosaurs return.
Thank you.
It's been always great seeing you and learning so much more. We take so much back to the station after a visit here.
Oh,
all right, opening June the 29th. Francis, good day on the 5 o'clock show.
Great day.
Absolutely.
Hey,
Thanks so much for
always a
joining
pleasure.
us tonight. Coming up next, it's Newswatch First at 5:30.